All right, here we go. So this guy Bombay right here has been an interesting opponent. Let's see what deck this guy was playing. So it looks like Bombay decided to play Cash Tira. Now the funniest thing is I've been seeing a lot of Cash Tira players lately, and it looks like he's got a piece of shit type of Cash Tira deck where he uses a bunch of shitty ass floodgates like Macrocosmos and Skill Drain. When is Skill Drain going to be banished? And he got everything in here. Super Poly, he's got board breakers. So yeah, this guy's got everything. So he should be able to get a nice little dub, right? Let's see how the match ends up playing out. All right, so Bombay is going first, and the B in Bombay is for bitch. So let's see how this bitch plays. So he's gonna start off with Wraith, Pressure Planet Wraiths off, which is going to get him his starter. So he's gonna special summon out Unicorn. Let me speed this up. He does a lot. So he's going to chain the Cash Tier Theosis to summon out Fenrir, and then he's going to summon out Rise Heart right here. Now, usually your opponent would go into the Shiriara, and then they would use the Rise Heart to make Cash Tier a Rise Heart. This guy doesn't decide to do that. He decides to do something even stupider. And I just tribute all of his shit off for the spear mode. I then try to activate Habakiri, and then the chain that ends up there, he ends up negating my search or summon to search, and then it gets negated, his gets negated, and then he finally negates my negate to negate his negate. So it doesn't matter because I have prayers, so I just prayers to summon out Saji, tributing the Habakiri to search anyways. I grab Ritual, and then we are going to make our plays. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has no more interruptions. This card right here can only do stuff from banished and from the hand. Seeing how he has only banished my shit and left his shit unbanished, he can't do a damn thing. So all I have to do is just cook his shit now. So we're gonna go Ritual right here, Ritual effect, to actually summon out the Mirakumo by tributing the Futsu. And that'll give us a search and board wipe at the same time. And let's see what bitch is gonna do. Once I wipe this field, let's see what bitch is gonna do over there. So of course I grab Great Purification. If he activates anything, it gets negated by Mirakumo because he doesn't have anything in his hand. And for follow up, I'll have an Omni Negate, a true Omni Negate, plus I'll still have like another negate to discard. So he couldn't even get back into the game if he wanted to, because I would have had basically two negates, a board wipe, all kind of different plays on his turn. So yeah, bitch ended up quitting. And yeah, let me show y'all what I was playing. All right, so this is the deck that I was using. It is basically Azumina, Mitsurugi, Snake Eye, Fiendsmith. So yeah, pretty powerful deck. Got a lot in there. I basically, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I was running Artifact Lancia. I've since removed Lancia out of the deck because Malice just took the biggest hit, so people are not going to be main decking Lancia pretty soon. So yeah, took Lancia out already. It hadn't even went into effect yet, but people are already not really playing Malice anymore, even though the hit technically hasn't gone through yet. They're just already just like, fuck the deck, it's dead, which is good. And everybody has kind of moved over to playing Lunar Lights. So since the Lunar Light has become the meta, and not even just necessarily Lunar Light, any deck right now that's in the meta basically leaves 3 or more bodies on the field. Some of them will put 2 bodies out, but for the most part, you'll have 3 bodies. So This card right here, Wing Dragon of Raw Spear Mode, just cleans all that shit up. When they have Luna Lights, usually it'll be two Liger Dancers and then one other body. Not always. Sometimes it's just those two Liger Dancers, but sometimes they'll also make like the IP Masquerena and something else, or they'll make SP Little Knight with two Liger Dancers or whatever. So you just spear mode all that shit and then just watch them scoop instantly. Literally one card will fold their shit, and they're supposed to be the meta. So this card is really good for that. If you're playing against Mitsurugi Snake, not Mitsurugi Snake Eye, Mitsurugi Raizio. A lot of the times they'll put their one Mitsurugi monster out. They'll put one Mitsurugi out, which this card will give them a search with that Mitsurugi, but a lot of the times they'll put out one Mitsurugi, and they'll put out their Raziel detonator and Raziel dual drive, or sometimes just dual drive detonator and something else, and you literally just tribute over all that shit with this. And the funniest thing is, because this, if you read this effect, it says cannot be special summoned. It says requires three tributes from either side of the field to normal summon to that side of the field. What this means is that when your opponents uses the shitty ass floodgate, the rock monster floodgate, don't worry, I'll show y'all in just a second. This shit right here, when they use this particular card, spear mode drops just right on top of this, because this says if this neither player can special summon monsters. And what does spear mode say very particularly? Let's go take a look. This card right here reads that you basically normal summon this to that side of the field. So you do lose your normal summon, but you don't have to normal summon. So whenever they put out their board and they think, oh, he's not going to be able to break this, spear mode says, fuck you, bitch. I'm still going to break your fucking board because I'm normal summoning this shit. So sure, you lose your normal summon, but the added benefits to spear mode in Mitsurugi decks, really good. And that's also why in my deck I also lowered the ratio of Aramasa, because I don't plan on normal summoning. Everything I plan on doing is all special summons with the deck, and under certain conditions where I just must normal to start, then I will. But that's why I lowered the ratios on anything that would be normal summon to start the combos. Aramasa is mostly just to be a extra search off of prayers during the main combo line, so then that way you just have a search and you're not summoning back a dead Aramasa that doesn't get, or not Aramasa, but a dead Kusanagi or Saji from the graveyard. You summon Aramasa, you get your search. So that's why it's in the deck. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.